Texas City, a flaming torch. Towering pillars of smoke and fire envelop the Gulf Coast town in a 3-day horror of explosion, flame, and gas that ranks it as the greatest North American disaster in 30 years. Blast after blast all but obliterates the city and turns the area into a sea of searing flame. Starting with the explosion of a nitrate-laden ship on the waterfront, the disaster quickly spreads to the huge $19 million Monsanto plant, whose synthetic rubber chemicals add to the Holocaust, sending smoke billowing to 4,000 feet. On the second day of disaster, another nitrate ship towed into the harbor blows up, igniting fresh oil tanks and adding to the inferno that has long since been beyond control. So tremendous is the force of the explosion that a portion of the nitrate ship, shown here, is blown half a mile inland. In this tragedy of scorched earth, the grim search for the dead goes on. Red Cross officials fear the death toll will exceed the awful total of 700. Broken bodies are mute evidence of the explosion's fury as the smoking ruins yield their victims. Most were killed instantly by the paralyzing force of the blast, but others were so completely shattered that they may never be found in this forest of destruction. Ruthless force hurled this great barge onto land like a matchbox, and ever the heart-rending harvest goes on without interruption. Any available public building becomes an impromptu morgue. 150 embalmers toil to take care of the unending stream of victims. Most of the dead are industrial workers employed in one of the most highly concentrated small industrial areas in the country. Under the terrific pressure of catastrophe, death is robbed of dignity as pathetic victims are stacked by the truckload for their final journey and rescue workers bend to their gruesome task. Said a war correspondent, not even the atom bomb in Nagasaki wreaked a more frightful fate on its victims. Relatives and friends besiege officials for word of missing loved ones as blast and flame continue to shatter the stunned town. Texas Governor Jester appeals for all possible aid.